Really not a whole lot to say after that one. Obviously, we got beat pretty good. They're a good football team. We knew that going in. They've gotten a lot better as the season went on. We talked about our tough schedule, and they had a pretty tough schedule too. That Vanderbilt, Alabama, and some of the teams that they played. So they're a good football team. Rick Stockstill does a phenomenal job coaching them, and they were just a lot better than us today. That's just plain and simple.
Questions? Please raise your hand. JJ, right here in the middle.
Coach, was the offensive line outmatched? It seemed like their defensive line kind of put a lot of pressure on Dalton today. Is that kind of where you felt like you lost?
Yes, they were really. We knew they were good. Both sides of the line of scrimmage are very, very good, and from their offense and defense. And again, we knew that'd be a tough challenge for us. And but you're exactly right. They handled us pretty good up front and put us in some bad situations.
Right over here to the right, Jerry.
Coach, can you tell us all about what happened with Jarvion?
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry.
Jarvion's not playing the game.
Yeah, Jarvion had a bruise. He's ruled out for the game, and so we, of course, we didn't play him. And we got decimated with some other guys that have had a chance to play and did fairly well. And some of those guys got hurt, but just proud of the way they stepped up and they did the very best they could. Obviously, Jarvion, I think, is an all-conference back and a very good player. And did we miss him? Sure, we missed him. Was he the difference in the game? I don't think so.
Questions? JJ in the middle.
Coach, can you just talk about the last few weeks, kind of the roller coaster? You play well in a few games, you don't in some others. Just kind of, can you kind of summarize this last part of the season and kind of the struggles you guys have had?
Well, we've had the last part of the season was the best part of our season. We've won 2 of the last 3 games, so that was good. I think the thing, the roller coaster, I think comes from, you're playing with your backup quarterback. Ask the Dallas Cowboys about that one. That's kind of a hard day to live up to. And Dalton, we got better, and we were able to win some games with him. And I think he's a good player. I like him. I like him a lot. He's a young player, got some experience. I think also with Jarvion missed some time. And so I think all those things, that's football. And I'm sure other these teams we played, they had some guys that missed some time too. But, again, I think we guys prepared. They played hard. And sometimes we won, sometimes we weren't good enough. That's why we recruit. Again, recruiting, my philosophy of recruiting is we don't have anybody good enough. We got to get guys better than anybody we have. Now, during the season, they're all good enough. We're not saying the guys aren't good enough, but what I'm saying is this. We got to go out and recruit, and that's what these other guys are going to do the same thing.
Coach, do you feel like the play of the defense kind of was hampered by the play of the offense kind of most of the season? I mean, they were good at some point, but it just seemed like they were on the field an awfully lot, especially down the stretch of some of these closer games, not this one specifically, but do you feel like that maybe was a factor in? Well,
I think I have the John Cooper theory of that. If you play too much, go 3 and out and rest. And so, again, put them on the bench, put their offense on the bench. And that's part of it. I think we gave up some big plays. We knew we couldn't do that. But they're a good offensive football team. Stockstill's a good quarterback, threw some good balls. They made some good jump balls downfield, and that's just major college football. We're not NAIA anymore. We're up Division I, big boy ball. And those guys can make plays, so we've got to make plays ourselves. But no, I don't think so. I think our offense, it's got to be a team effort. Offense, defense, and special teams. We knew that.
Got time for one more? All the way in the back, Jeff.
Coach, is it extra disappointing that this happened at home?
Well, I was glad that we won last week at home. We hadn't won a home game until last week, and that was good. And it's always disappointing to lose at home. I think we have a great home environment. We have a great place to play, and I think support is good. So, you really, from my standpoint, you really like to do it for your fans and your supporters, and we weren't able to do that today. So, yeah, that is disappointing.
Are you still planning on coming back next season?
Am I planning on coming back to next season?
Yes, sir.
No, there's the president. Ask him. Well, let me ask you, where would I go? Good question, huh? Where would I go? A lot of jobs open, aren't there?
Thank you.
All right.
Mo, can you just talk about Middle Tennessee's offense, just what you saw out there, what they did to, kind of just win the game today?
Yeah, they're a great offense. They have a ton of formations. They keep you. You have to be disciplined to face them, and they got some open holes today, and they were getting to our secondary on the run game, and that opened up some of the passing game as well. So they're a great offense. We got to give them credit, and they were a better team today.
How emotional, for both of you guys, how emotional was it for both of you out there, both before and after the game?
I mean, it was really emotional. I mean, last game, it wasn't even my last game. I mean, it was the second to last game of the season, and I just thought about it and started crying on the field, just walking off. And it's really emotional. I mean, it's just, we've been with these guys for so long. This is such a big part of your life. And these guys, I mean, they've been by our side. I mean, some of them, like Mo and Drew and Jason, all those guys, I mean, I've seen them every day for 5 years straight. And, I mean, they've been a huge part of my life. And it's just crazy to think some of these guys are graduating and moving out of state and moving back to their hometowns and stuff. And so it's just a lot of friendships that are, not that they're coming to an end, but it's going to be a little different bit of a lifestyle change. And so it's just sad to see these guys go.
Yeah, of course, I can relate. Same to David. I had the opportunity to be on the field whenever they took the knee, and just watching that time kind of just tick down. It hit me, and immediately went and hugged Drew and all the other seniors. And but yeah, no, it was definitely an emotional game. Coming out before and seeing my family there and stuff. It just it was just very emotional. I mean, I told the young guys, this is your team now, and I feel like we left it in good hands. I feel like we have a lot of potential there, and the future's bright. So I can't wait to see what they do next year.
David, can you just talk about Middle Tennessee's defense? They look, especially on the line of scrimmage, they look to get a pretty good push on you guys today. What were you seeing down in the trenches?
Yeah, all around. I mean, those guys, they were big, and they're big athletic guys, and so I mean across the board they were pretty hefty guys, and yeah, I mean just Division I football. I mean we got to step up and play to our competition. They were hats off to them. They're a great defense. They're well coached. I mean they're big bodies. They tackle well, and so it just comes down to executing. They did a better job of that today, and that's how it turns out.
Mo, how tough was it this year? A lot of guys, a lot of starters injured during the course of the season. I counted a dozen, maybe more. How tough is it, continuity and those kind of things when you got players coming in? You were out a couple games yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do to a team when you got that much stuff, happening during the course of a season?
It definitely tested us. It tested us as a team. I feel like our seniors did a great job to take it under their wing and to continue trucking. I suffered an injury 2012 and it sidelined me to an entire year, but the team kept moving. The team's got to keep rolling, and the people that were injured, it was unfortunate, and I feel like a lot of them did a great job every day trying to get back onto the field and all that. But I mean, it definitely brought us closer together, understanding that, okay, the starter might be out, but, time for somebody else to step up. And a lot of the other starters took it upon themselves to coach up, the guys that were filling in. So I feel like that definitely brought us closer together as a unit, defensively, and I'm sure offensively it was the same way. So.
David, let me ask, how much of a blow to the team was it when y'all found out that Jarvion wasn't going to be able to go today?
I mean, just like Mo said, someone goes down, and we practice all of our guys, to get in the game. That's all you practice, your second, third, fourth string guys in case something like that happens. And, he was obviously kind of limited during the week, didn't really do much, and just came down to it. He wasn't suited out, and so we knew that, we had a couple backs that were ready to roll, Jalen Rhodes, Brian Vaughn, those guys, Brett. So, he said, those guys got to step in there and do their job. That's what they're here for, and that's what they practice every week for. And they came in and they ran well and they ran hard.
question for both of you guys. You both have been here since the 2011 season. Can both of you talk about, Dave first, the legacy? You feel like this, you guys are kind of the last of
Yeah.
the original class. Can you just talk about, the legacy you guys are leaving behind?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Obviously, being here since 2011, we've seen a lot, and a lot has changed since we've been here. But I feel like we've done a pretty good job of, kind of laying a foundation for these next guys to come in and take over and, keep building. And obviously, I mean, we're still, 5 years into a program that's nothing compared to, the big picture of things. And so there's still a lot of things that can be laid out, and people can still, change some stuff. But I feel like we've done a good job and kind of laid it out for these next guys that come through and, start picking it up.
Yes, same way. I mean, I feel like our work ethic, we built this thing off of just complete work ethic. We had a vision to play, in Division I against big time teams, and the work ethic never wavered. I feel like this last group of guys did a great job throughout the season, just continuously just pushing through. No matter what the outcome was. We're 3-9, but we try to leave that legacy that no matter what, we're gonna fight to the end. There's no quitting in any of those guys in there, and I hope they grasp that and they take it into full force next year and preparation. Off season, playing with a chip on our shoulder. Everybody, next year is gonna see us. Oh, they're 3-9. We can completely run over them, and I'm pretty sure that the younger guys that are taking over now will be ready for that. So that's the legacy I think that we want to leave is our work ethic and just play with passion. We always play because we love the sport. So.